is Rusty number 5 speaking, and today I am going to discuss the new Thomas Swan Railway items, which are not Thomas Swan Railway items. You probably know what I'm talking about. Thomas and Friends Wood. Anyways, let's type it in. And look at some of the items from this terrible line. Okay, we have the Thomas and Friends Wood Garden. Okay, really, why do they have them not fully painted? It's just half painted, see? Why do they do that? Look at Thomas. Here he barely has any paint. The only paint spots right here are his reds, Buffords, and his up part. So, yeah. Oh, wow. I just don't know what to say about these items. And look, the new items like Young Bao and the Hurricane and the Journey Beyond Sodor characters, they are going to be in this line. So there will have been no item of them in the Thomas Swan Railway line. So that way, we'll just have to make customs for them. Here's a trick I think you could do. If they don't have a Thomas Swan Railway version of it, just paint the rest of it, like all the parts that are not painted, just paint that, and then it will look like a full engine. Maybe you should try that. Maybe I will. I have not gotten any Thomas and Friends Wood items yet, as I've always been more of a Thomas Swan Railway guy than a Thomas and Friends Wood guy, ever since this was announced back in 2017. Also, they have a big gap in Annie and Clarabelle. Like, compare these to the Thomas Swan Railway Annie and Clarabelle. Look, see? Here are some of the versions. Here's the black roof one. Yeah, here's the one I have. Now, okay, so obviously the Thomas Swan Railway one looks much better, as Thomas and Friends Wood is the worst Thomas line ever. Anyways, now we're back at the Thomas and Friends Wood section. Anyways, I hope this doesn't last very long. I bet they just decide to bring back Thomas and Friends the one railway one after a while. 'Cause this is what you want to make money off of? Really, Mattel? Really? Just look at what you've previously done. Like, look at Thomas Swan Railway. So, those items were awesome. What has happened to toys recently? Like, Thomas toys. Like, they replaced Take and Play with Thomas and Friends Adventures a while ago. The minis are pretty good. I have a lot in my drawer. But, really, Now it's gonna get even harder to find Thomas Wooden Railway items in the future if you just continue Thomas and Friends Wood. Come on. So, yeah. Anyways, I just hope they bring it back, because you might have noticed that I now have Streamlined Emily in my collection, if you saw my recent collection video. Well, when I got it at Barnes & Noble, it was one of the very few items they still had that was Thomas Wooden Railway. When I got there, it was jam-packed with Thomas and Friends Wood. So just why? This is what they've previously done. This is what they do now. Previously, now. Previously, now. Really? Well, hopefully one day Mattel will decide to bring it back. Anyways, that's all for this video, and Rust out.